What's up, everyone? Just before we went completely crazy and decided to put the satellite together in 3 weeks, including a 4-speed manual swap, I actually got the opportunity to pick up this car. It's been a while since I actually, first saw it and was able to sit down with it, but we're gonna try bringing it back to life today. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you guys know I love Buick, and this guy right here, this is slightly longer than the Cadillac. She's a big boy, and I love it. I love sports cars, I love muscle cars, and I really like these old luxury cars. And this thing has luxury for days. But not only is it an absolutely awesome car that I love Buick. It's just, the lines are phenomenal. You get your portholes that go nowhere, kind of like a staple of its existence. But we open her up, she's a bit dirty. Yeah, she's been sitting for a very long time. We're gonna, as soon as we get this thing started, we gotta let this thing roll down its windows and breathe, because otherwise we won't. I missed the fact that tire is completely shot. So we are not going to be able to drive on that. We're going to have to go and see if the GS wheels will fit on this, which I don't know, we'll have to get it up in the air and see what we have on our hands. But yep, she's dirty. I don't even know how many miles are on it, but she needs a little bit of TLC. We'll go through and we'll do a full workup on its detailing the inside of it. We'll have to do things about the seats. But guys, when I tell you how much I got this car for, your jaws will drop. And I'm very blessed to have this opportunity because I love these old cars, and it's hard to do this with just one hand. So let me go ahead and prop you guys up, just like that. Set you back a little bit further. Yeah, that's right. It has one of my all-time favorite engines, the torque monster itself. Oh, there we go. There you go, guys. It's a 455. And not only is it a 455, but it's a cast number 455 from 1970. This, in my mind, is one of the holy grails of just a big block. These are phenomenal engines, and I was super disappointed when it turns out that our stage 1 455 was gone out of the old GS at the house. And now this most likely, highly unlikely, has a stage 1 set of heads, but guys, these things are just monsters. So let's go ahead and set everything up. We got to get this thing jacked up in the air, fill the tires with air, just so we can work on it a little bit nicer. I want to bore scope the cylinders and kind of get an idea where we stand and what we're working with here. But I am bound and determined to hear this thing run for the first time in between 20 and 30 years. Yeah, let's get to work, guys. So the first thing we need to take a look at is what's going on with the actual carburetor itself. So let's go ahead and lift this sucker off. So yeah, I learned quite a bit about Buick since when I first picked up the GS a year ago, a little over a year ago. And what I'm looking for when I'm trying to figure out, is this unmolested, and that's like, this car looks like it has barely been, even touched inside, other than by the squirrels. But we'll go ahead and take things apart here and take a look at the old carburetor here. I need a pair of pliers, but flip it off to the side, just like that. There you go. So it's got the original carburetor in it. That was a lot of dust. God knows what else. Let's see. Yeah, guys, she yeah, everything seems to, that doesn't even have any play in it. I wonder how many miles are on it. I don't even know how many miles are on this car. Let's go ahead and, it's gonna be hard to open up this door Don't scare me. It'll be hard to open this door with all the stuff sitting next to it, but let's see what we got. And as far as going through and seeing what we have underneath, here looks sounds solid. That looks promising. I know I'm not a vinyl top guy, so this will go away, and when we repaint it, or we'll see what we have we're working with here, but it's got a neat color, dark green. The fenders, this side doesn't look too bad. The other side has a little bit of rust on the bottom of it. The front fender on this side has a little bit of rust on it. She has a plant growing in her, which is concerning. We have keys, so let's go ahead and pop the hood or the trunk, and let's see how many miles are on this car before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Uh, 71,000. And I would say, based off of the pedals and stuff, it's probably 71,000 first time around. She is lived in by mold and everything else. Oh, I need the keys. They're sitting there. How are we gonna get that? All right. You know, a couple nests. Oh man, the headliner is definitely seen better days. Crunchy. Here we go. All right, before we go too much further, let's see what we have going on. Oh, round keys for trunk. Oh, we have a little bit of a rust spot in the trunk lid. But yeah, let's see what we got. Hey, what do you we got extra tires. Hey, this might actually work out after all. We got 2 spares and we have 2 bad tires. I don't see any engine parts in here. Like I said, the engine looks like it hasn't been really messed with. We got a box covered in mold. Yeah, I don't see extra, points or anything like that in here, so that's a good sign. We have extra tires, so hopefully they fit and they're for this car. Solid. All right, guys. Next phase. Let's go ahead and let's try filling up the tires and moving it forward a tad bit so that we have more room to get in and out of the car. Let's see if we can get it running. Well, fingers crossed this thing actually is on a bead. Ooh, that doesn't look promising. Oh boy, guys, I don't know. Oh, it's taking air. Now, I haven't even seen what the frame of this thing looks like yet. So it'd be nice to get this thing in the air a little bit. Oh, these tires are no good. Ultra Plus 4 P225-70R15s. I'm actually really surprised this is taking air. I'll be more surprised if the other one takes air. Wow. Okay, color me impressed. Of course it's on. No, it's right there. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I mean, just take a look at these tires here, guys. Oof. Oof. Oh yeah. Like a fart in a wind. It's coming right out. Right there. Alright, fortunately, like I said, it has an extra set of wheels in the trunk, so we'll jack it up and see what we can't do. It'd be nice if we can move it forward in some fresh soil instead of where it's been lingering for a hot minute. But, alright. I'm surprised that one took air, so we'll chalk that up for a win. And these actually look pretty decent. All right, next step. Got to fill the bowls and put power to it. Oh, no, wait. No, we got to check to see what the thing looks like inside. That's why we have a bore scope. All right. Pitter patter. So the whole goal will be just to kind of get an idea of what the inside of the cylinders look like. If they're super rusted, we're kind of gonna stop and figure out what we're gonna do next type of situation. I don't know if I'm biting that or not, honestly. That's a little bit better. It must have been just the rust around. There we go. So we did the same exact thing when we were taking apart and ready to start up my stepdad's 67 Camaro there. Oh, running a bit rich. Nothing too terrible. I'm gonna go grab the bore scope. All right, now we have the bore scope. I think I paid, I don't know, 50 bucks or something like that off of Amazon. Not a sponsored product or anything, just good to own. Go ahead and turn this sucker on. I don't know what kind of battery juice we have left in it. Then we gotta log into it through the Wi-Fi. All right, then we can go to our, hello, wiki, there we are, cool. Great little camera, meant for like, I bought it for working on the house, checking things out, but same concept. Slide this thing right down inside, and we'll go ahead and record it so I can show you what I'm seeing. Wow, you can still see the original hone on the cylinder walls. A little bit of wear from the actual piston ring, and we have a bit of surface rust, nothing too bad. And we kind of try to peek up in the top of the cylinder, but it's not going to cooperate. All right, we'll go ahead and put this back together. And the cool thing about this jumper pack is we'll get a good idea of how much battery we have as well. All right, first let's go ahead and roll the windows down. We need you moving Blake in from Harbor Freight. Oh, what, did I lock it somehow? Oh no, don't tell me this door doesn't work now. There we go. I must have hit the lock. Whew. This thing must have been beautiful when it was new. Much better, much betterer, bestest. So I gotta say, I've never seen a car with as much mold in as this thing does. It's bad, guys. It's definitely been sitting for a hot minute, but we'll go ahead and we'll steam it all out. We'll clean all this interior up. It's everywhere. So I'm trying to not spend too much time inside the car at any given second. I forgot my respirators and stuff like that. And you don't really want to be breathing that stuff in. So safety first. Now, as you can see, we kind of have the steering wheel starting to come apart. And the reason why that is, I come in here, you can see the ignition will turn, but it's not really doing anything. So what we have to do now is we got to get the steering off, and I don't have a steering wheel puller with me, so we're going to just kind of cheat a bit. So we already have this loosened up. I want to keep that nut on there. We're going to scoot in here. We're going to put our knee against right here, and we're going to give this a few love taps. We don't want to hurt the threads or anything, but at least we can chase the threads, taking the bolt back off, correcting it as we go, but it's what we have to work with. So let's go ahead and give her all we got. Took a couple extra hits, but she's off. May have buggered up the threads a little bit, but I can repair that. Now, where did my screwdriver go? Once you get through all the super fun part of taking apart the steering wheel, there's going to be a little tiny spring located right there. You're going to push that in with a nice long screwdriver, like so. And I've already damaged this thing, so we're going to be replacing this. They're not that expensive, but we had almost the same issue with the GS. But it has to be in the on position with the key. And then once you get that there, just give her a quick little pry. And see how nice and worn out this key is, as well as that ignition. I bet you this thing has a lot of miles, or 71,000 original miles, but I bet you it's all short distance stuff. And that's a good way of getting that kind of wear on a key. But yeah, once that's out of there, we can use the universal key. Which in this case is a pair of pliers. There you go, little needle nose. And now we should have a better access to the steering. Actually, I think it's still doing the same thing. I wonder if it's damaged further on in. Let's see. I bet you it wasn't the key. Well, I would say whether this is the reason why it sat, it's definitely a reason why I wouldn't want to do anything. She's broken. But fortunately, Michael Vodka sent us up a spare Skylark to, contribute the frame to the GS. We actually have a whole steering wheel that will work perfect for this. So let's go ahead, get this torn apart a little bit more so we'll be able to at least get it to start and see if we can't finagle it all back together. So what we have, obviously we can't use this section right here because it kind of half-heartedly wants to do things. But once we get it to a certain point, we can use the universal key to just grab right here. It actually works better with the smaller universal key. And brum 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 brum. All right, so let's go ahead, put it also, if you can see, we go like that, we have movement again. So this piece right here is the broken part. That's it. We could put it all back together afterwards, and preferably with a steering wheel that doesn't look totally crap. Yeah, cool. I accept Actually, we have a perfectly good steering wheel. Well, we have a decent steering wheel from the other steering column as well, so works out. All right, let's hook the battery and stuff back up here and see if we can get this thing to at least bump real quick and roll down these windows. All right, we got juice. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of gas right down inside the mouth. Come back inside here. All right. Universal key. Well, she spins over just nicely. Yeah, buddy! Woohoo! Will she stay running? Nope. That's awesome. Super freaking awesome, guys. All right, give me a minute. All right, let's give this another shot here. All right. This is the neatest key since keys were made. Not very effective key. Almost. She has a bit of an exhaust leak, but it makes it sound better. Oh yeah, she's running. I don't know if she's really producing power though. She's pulling gas. Cool. Back on. Well, the steering wheel is back on. Works. I still have one flat tire. Brakes are questionable. And we throw her in drive. I can feel it lunge forward. She moves. Cool. Let's see if it can go in reverse here. She goes in reverse. Cool. Put her in park. Yeah, the alternator's no good. Let's see what it's pulling for voltage right now. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, that's been going down continuously, so our alternator's no good. And I don't think that's our brakes holding it. I think it's the fact that we still have that weird flat tire right there. But yeah, I think we get these brakes sorted out. We actually, in a tire, which I was planning on just taking one that we found, but seeing as the brakes go right to the floor, let's go ahead and pop open the brake reservoir. I haven't done that yet. We'll have to pick up an alternator. That's a good sign. Oh, she's bone dry. All right, we'll go grab some brake fluid, and maybe that might be enough to get her sorted out. Heck yeah, bud. Guys, she's alive. She's alive. So, and just listen to this door. And it's pure glory. Ready? Solid. This car's solid, guys. I can see daylight in the floor pan on the driver's side. But if we look at all of the frame rails and stuff going around, she's got surface rust, but nothing to be worried about at all. She looks fantastic. Wow, look at that tire. Oh my God. That's bad. That's real bad. But the fuel tank looks like it doesn't have any holes in it. We'll go ahead and we'll run the bore scope in there next time we come over here. So I'm really kind of determined to be able to drive this thing home. You know, it might be crazy, but she's solid. We do need a master cylinder for the brakes, and yeah, a few fuel filters and alternator. I think we'll be able to drive this thing home. So I got to put an order in for an alternator and a master cylinder for this thing. But this is freaking awesome, guys. I had faith that the old girl would start right up. Biggest hurdle was the steering column. So, but we have extra parts at the house, so we'll be able to get that sorted out properly and without any real issues. We have ourselves another Buick, guys. So depending on how long it takes for me to get those two parts, we'll be seeing this thing real quick. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, remember, if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and as always, remember, keep her shiny side up, and God bless.